Alright, we're back real quick. The time is 11, same date. Right here past the Earth clouds, faded clouds are the heads of comet or asteroid. And under the sun is the tail of it. You can see it going way back, way back. So that's what's coming into view. You can see it right here. Point it out, and we'll be back. All right, we are back. Same date. The time is looks like 1:50. No, 11:50. So directly in front of me, right below the visual sight of the Earth clouds, even though it's above them, is a comet. See it? And the tail swinging all the way back, all the way back. Look at that. And it's even got a chemtrailer that was chasing it. He disappeared, but that's our big comet that's showing up for today. Now I'm gonna, once I get some time, find out exactly the name of it, and I'll tag it to the video. But yeah, that's definitely a comet. You can see it right there, swinging all the way back. It's got two tails on it, cutting through space, splitting its atmospheric burn-off from the sun. I can actually see it right above the trees, is the spherical portion of it. So if it's still sitting stagnant by the time I get to where I need to get to, I will point my camera up and show you guys. All right, so hang tight. All right, so I did a quick check, and this asteroid's name is 2020 AU. That's 2020 Alpha Uniform, and it's 1,602,500 kilometers away. So that's roughly about 3 million miles, and it's in passing in front of the sun. You can actually see it. Looks like a, it shows up as a dark hue, a dark body, in its embodiment of its chemical debris. It's above the Earth clouds that are about to cover it up. You can see it stretching across below the sun, but it's close to the Earth, so there you go. And a portion of it is actually covering up the moon. The moon is at a quarter, a crescent, and the moon is above it. And right here you can see the Mr. Magic chemtrailers. All the Mr. Magic chemtrailers on the tail of it, crossing up. So they're watching it, or chasing after it. But they're by the tail. And like I said, the head is right there. And there's another Mr. Magic chemtrailer. So it's gonna be interesting. Like I said, you can see the chemtrailers passing up. The head is just below the mountain. There are two chemtrailers passed up. Sends up the camera viewing. But yeah, once I get feet to the ground, if it's still there, we'll look deep into it. And you can see where the sun, the clouds are starting to cover it up. And you can see where the clouds are starting to cover it up. It's stirring up the Earth's atmosphere, so it's going to cause a little bit of a drift. But yeah, so normally when these asteroids get too close to the Earth, they start covering it up and start causing a lot of bad weather. But we'll be back. All right, we're back. The time is 12:17. We are directly up under the storm cloud. It's not really a storm cloud, but the cloud that the comet brought behind it. So it shot across the Earth's atmosphere. And I noticed this ain't my first time pointing this out. Every time this happens, if a comet gets too close to the Earth, it flies across the Earth, and the Earth's atmosphere frictions up, and we get this condensation and a thicket of clouds that blocks out the sun. That's the best way I can call it. If you don't believe me, check the research. And if you don't believe me, go get a rock, heat it up, get it real hot, like 100+ degrees, and put it atop or across some water, and watch that water start getting irritated, agitated, frictioning, boiling. Stick the rock inside, it'll probably explode, or something's gonna explode. Water, pot, rock, whatever. But the same laws apply to any kind of spatial rock passing across the Earth. Y'all seen the movies. If you don't believe in asteroids, you're an idiot. Because what would the Earth be floating through space other than just a ball? It's a cluster of rocks clumped together. If it gets blown apart, it becomes an asteroid debris field. So that's what's happening. So we'll be back. All right, you're back on deck with Third Eye Cam, same day. The time is 13:08, 1:08 for my civilians. I am in Pulaski, Virginia, and you can see the sun is kind of broke out past the clouds. This is always a good spot when I catch little situations in the sky, but I'm noticing in front of the sun, which might be clouds, but there's a shadow being casted. So there's the sun, there's a shadow right here, and then look out, the sky gets darker here, and then at the horizon again, as always, it's gets a little clear. Now when I went in, it was cloudy, very cloudy. So I think that my comet has passed, and that should be we should be under the tail, and it should be going, let me see, that way, which would be west. Looked like it was running away from the sun, but it's bringing its debris filled with it. I think this right here might be a planetoid, but it's so close and covered up by the clouds, Earth clouds. It's hard to tell. But usually when the clouds start looking really funny and faint, like an apparition, like the way we see it on TV, that's a sign to me that that's an asteroidal body. Like this one right here, that's an asteroidal body right there in the tail, which means there's something right here in this area. And definitely, you see that? Okay, now it's peering out. So that's the asteroidal body. It's a sphere. There's a sun, sphere, and it's casting a shadow. So yeah, I'm seeing that. I think that's a planetoid. It's some kind of asteroidal planetoid. Got a spherical body right here. There. A little small spherical, a bunch of them. Asteroids. There and there. So, again, oh, there's another one. There's a whole line of them. Here, 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 here. And that one's starting to light up from the sun hitting it. It's in the Goldilocks zone of being lit up. You can see it right now. That orb lighting up above the sun. So again, can't make this stuff up, and I wouldn't even try to want to. I'm not wrong. I'm not absolute in what it is, but it's a heavenly body. Something that's never been in this sector of our solar system before. And if it has been, it's been before our time. So again, I use logic and common sense when I rationalize and evaluate this, whatever it is. All right, we'll be back. On deck, Third Eye Cam, out here by Roanoke, Virginia. Time is 14:41, 2:41 for my civilians. Directly in front of me, planetoid. Can you see it? It's in the clouds. Let me help you point it out. We'll zoom in on it. So it's behind the clouds and it's faded. And the side of the sun is shining on it. Looks like it's smiling at us. But yeah, that's a planetoid floating by behind the clouds. So there's a lot of activity around my head, but this one shows up the clearest. And it's got a moon to the left of it. Real beautiful. Yeah, but that's a planetoid. Now the sun is behind me, and that's why you can see the face of it. So it's ahead of the Earth and passing outside of the Earth's track. Like I said, at some point these things are gonna show up real clear, real close, and it's gonna blow you away. There might be another possible one too, but I don't know. But that one definitely is. All right, so we'll be back. Planetoid, 15:04, 3:04 for my civilians. What do we have here? Time is 16:01, for my civilians. We got a planetoid. Look at that. You can see it. Big as crap too. And it's got a lot more following behind it. So I'm trying to figure out where it's headed. And I see one right here also. Asteroid debris. So I'm guessing this one, and you can see it's completely spherical, it's pushing its tail off on this one. You can clearly see that. And it's got a little asteroid behind it. So that is freaking interesting. I've been sitting here watching it for a minute, and it's just been revealing itself the closer it got to me. But you can see the tail bending around it, and this is the rest of it just pushing out here, way out into space. These things are real beautiful when they show up in our atmosphere. I'll come back to it. Give me a second. Real beautiful. So once I get pulled up to my stop, I'll be jumping out. But yeah, there's a lot of activity, so I'm trying to catch it as it's passing, because a lot of it's going from I guess it's going west with the sun. But there's a lot of activity going on, and I can't see past that. But we'll be back. All right, this is interesting. Got another planetoid, smaller one. It came up behind the bigger one, right there. Looks like the one I caught before, the Saturn-looking one, but it's coming up real slow. You can see it real good. It's showing up. It had a chemtrail that just went up under it. My bigger planet is here, but that one just pulled up behind it. And my big ones are still here. You can see it showing up real good. There. And it's a smaller one and a big one. All right, back real quick. Time is 16:33. Wanted to show y'all what's in the sky real quick. Now that I'm out of my vehicle. Check it out. So we got this cloud right here passing, and it's hiding a tail. But the biggest thing over here is these asteroids right here. Look at them. They're literally piercing through the sky. 1, 2, 3. And you can see that one really well. See the craters in it. All right, so take a walk so y'all can see past. This one was the tail of the planet that passed through earlier, and it kind of moved north. But this is what's tracing towards the sun. There's another one inside of that cloud, and it's chasing the sun. And this is the debris that's trailing behind it. So this is 2020 UK, or UA, I'm sorry, 2020 Uniform Alpha. It's debris field passing through between the Earth and the sun. So yeah, how it gets down. All right, we'll be back. Here's another debris field. That's not an Earth cloud. Look at it. Beautiful too. All right, y'all. So please watch, like, subscribe, and share. And as always, it's a pleasure. Big up to all my subscribers. And I haven't had much time because the sun has really been in, and I've spent all weekend with my brother who was sick. He's doing better, and that's a good thing, because I almost thought he wasn't going to make it, but they say he's pulling through. And I was not prepared. I was not prepared for a funeral. Don't want to hear about it, but I was preparing my mind for it in case it did come. So thank God that he's good, and we're going to keep moving. All right, third I count, poof.